Shalom, everybody. This is Shamir. Shabbat Shalom. Today we're going to look at Noach, uh, Bereshit or Genesis 11:3, and then we'll do a little comparison of a word play that we'll see in verse 8. First we'll take a look at our verse, Bereshit 11:3 or Genesis 11:3. Vayomeru ish el re'ehu hava nil benah Levanim, Venisrefa, Lisrefa, Vatihi, Lahem, Halevana, Le'avin, Ve Hachemar, Haya, Lahem, Lachomer. Okay, so that's the verse, and we'll translate as we go. We look at the words, what they mean, in the basic sense as much as we can. Okay, so here's the first section. Vayomer ish el re'ehu. Vayomeru ish el re'ehu. Okay, so Vayomeru is made up of Aleph Mem Resh is the root, and it's translated, and they said. Ish, in this sense, it's probably inclusive, not just talking about men. This is something that's usually missed in translations, even with the word Adam, which can be a personal name, man, or it can be referred to humanity as a whole. So it can be a personal noun or mean humanity or man just as a man. So in this sense, ish probably is meaning every person or each person. Ish al re'ehu, so, and they said, each person to his companion or friend, re'ehu. So el re'ehu, to his companion, re'ehu. The re'e is the lexical form, so if you're looking at lexicon, this is the form you're going to see, and then the hu on the end is what we call the third masculine singular suffix. So each person said to his companion or friend. Okay, so then we look at the next set of words. We just read this one, Vayomeru ish el re'ehu, hava nilbena levanim. So hava, this is what we call, this is a Cal imperative for some of you, if there's any of you who've had some formal Hebrew study, second masculine singular. The lexical form is yud, hey, bet, and it's come. It's kind of thought of as an interjection. Nilbena. So this is nilbena. Okay, from lamet bet nun. So let us make. And then nilbena and levanim really go together. Levanim is the plural. Levana is singular. This is the lexical form for bricks. So let us make bricks. But you have to look at this form as a unit. And go to our next section. So we've read Vayomeru ish el re'ehu havan nilbena levanim. And now we're going to look at this venisrefa, lisrefa, batihi. So we do notice something, right? Because nilbena, this is the verb. And then levanim from Lebanon, which we just saw, this is the noun. So we see a lot of that in Hebrew. Nisrafa, so this is the verb. Lisrefa, and this is the nominal form. So here we are, sin, resh, final pay. It's the lexical form of this verb. Venisrefa. So the ve is and. The noon prefix is the us, how we get us. And let us burn. Lisrefa. So again, you have to look at this phrase as a whole unit. Venisrefa, lisrefa. So, and let us burn bricks. Okay, so they're going to make these bricks, levana, and then they're going to burn them to harden them for the process of making bricks. Okay, then vatihi is from haya, the verb to be, hey, yud, hey, and it will be. Okay, and so now we're going to look at the next section. So again, vayomeru ish el re'ehu hava nilbena levanim venisrefa lisrefa vatahi, and we have our phrase lahem halevena le'avin. Okay, so here we have lahem for them, which is the preposition le plus the third masculine plural suffix hem, which is they or them. Alevena, again, bricks. And this hey, this is the definite article, the. You see a little dot in the lamet, it's a dagesh forte. We won't get into the grammar of that. So the bricks, so if we look at it, and it will be for them, halevana, the oven, so bricks for stones. So the bricks will be for stones, la oven. So the lexical form of this word is Evan. You see there's a little bit of a spell change there, right? And then the preposition le. So 4 stones. And we go to our next slide. We'll read again. Vayomeru ish el re'ehu hava nilbena levanim venisrefa lisrefa vatihi lahem halevana le'aven. And then we have our last part, v'hachemar haya lehem lahomer. Okay, so chemar is in the asphalt. Chemar is the lexical form. And then haya, so it's the lexical form was. And then we have lehem again for them. Lahomer for material for building. So chemar, sorry, is asphalt. Right, to bind the bricks together. Right, so let's read the whole thing. Vayomeru ish el re'ehu hava nilbena levanim venisrefa lisrefa v'tehi lahem halevana le'aven v'hachemar haya lahem lahomer. And so then we have a word play using the words nilbena levanim in verse 7. That's what we're going to look at here. So this is verse 7, and this verse is like a repeat of some previous verses. So hava, and so we saw this already. Come, so this is God speaking. So he uses the same interjection that they use. Come, let us build. Come, let us go down. Hava nereda. Nereda is from Yerad, Yud Resh Dalet. Let us go down. V'navela. So v'navela is from Bet Lamet Lamet. And we will mix up. Let's talk about Sefatam. So there, we will mix up there. Sham, there. Sefatam, their language, literally their tongue. So you notice the form of nevela, and even sounds the same as here. Here we are. Nilbena. You see noon lamet bet. Levanim. Lamet bet noon. Alevana. Again, this is the bricks. Lamet bet noon. And then leaven. And so we also have the same lamet bet noon. So it's cunning on the words. So the builder's words are, so I'm just going to read this little blurb from the commentary. And this verse 3 is part of what we call the second scene from verses 11 through 9 in this reading. So the builder's words are replete with ironic hints of the ultimate failure of their project. As already noted, the Hebrew words for make bricks, so that's nilbena, and for stone, so the oven, and build for ourselves contain the consonants nun, bet, lamet, which spell mix up. And then it kind of goes on, but we won't get into that. Our focus mostly is just to see the ingenious wordplay of using these consonants, and of course the utter folly that would follow these builders as their plans fall apart. And that is it. That's it for today. I hope you enjoy your Shabbat and see you next time. Shabbat Shalom. Bye bye.